The most dynamic horse of his time was Majestic Prince, who could even pack excitement and drama in an afternoon workout. How he loved to run. Bred at Spendthrift Farm in Kentucky, Majestic Prince was a son of the undefeated but unlucky stallion Raise a Native, who was retired at 2 due to an injury. His sire, Native Dancer, lost but one race, and Majestic Prince would emulate his grandsire. Thus, 3 generations with but 2 defeats. In the 1967 Keeneland Summer Sale, the striking chestnut colt was consigned by his breeder Leslie Combs. Canadian Frank McMahon and his trainer, Hall of Fame jockey John Longden, had decided to buy the colt with cost being no object.
$250,000 and how do you want it? Well, I thank you very much and God bless you. At $250,000 and...
The $250,000 was then a world record for a yearling. For his basic education, the colt, named Majestic Prince, was shipped to Longden at Santa Anita. Training a thoroughbred is an early morning, 7-day-a-week task. The horse is an athlete, and he must be legged up gradually until enough stamina is developed to finally test his speed. For Longden, it was a labor of love. The Derby at Santa Anita has special meaning for Western racing, since it usually decides which colt will challenge the East in Kentucky. Majestic Prince came to the Santa Anita Derby undefeated after 5 races. As commanding physically as he was overpowering as a runner, he was the darling of the crowd. Jockey Bill Hartack, noted for being an astute, intelligent horseman, was picked to ride Majestic Prince.
There we go. Mr. Joff is going to the front. Right Cross is second. Nahum Jr. is third. Majestic Prince is fourth. Big Mouth Sam is fifth. Race the Wind, Lonnie's Secret. Passing the stand. On the outside, Mr. Joff in front and neck. On the rail, Right Cross is second, 2 lengths. Majestic Prince is third. Majestic Prince on the outside. It's the Majestic Prince in hand by 2.5 lengths, and now by 3 lengths. Mr. Joff is second by 3 lengths. Right Cross is third ahead. On the outside, Nahum Jr. and Race the Wind into the stretch is Majestic Prince. Now being driven lightly by 8 lengths. It's Majestic Prince just galloping by 6 lengths. Mr. Joff is second. Lonnie's Secret is third. It's the Majestic Prince beginning to ease up. Bill Hartack is beginning to pull him up now. Majestic Prince winning in a walk by 15 lengths. Mr. Joff is second the length. Lonnie's Secret third.
His next appearance would be attended by the largest Kentucky Derby crowd in the history of the race, and they would see one of the most exciting renewals of this venerable classic, marked by an aggressive, domineering ride by Hartack.
All standing easily. And they're off for the lead. That's Arts and Letters up on the outside. It's Ocean Roar. Ocean Roar gets the lead with Arts and Letters now second. Along the rail, it's Top Knight. Majestic Prince is up on the outside. A Ray Jet. In close quarters is Fleet Ally. Through the stretch, Ocean Roar holding the lead by 4.5 lengths. Top Knight is along the rail with Arts and Letters just outside. Ray Jet is third. Majestic Prince is up on the outside. And then we get Fleet Allied. And it's 5 lengths to Dyke, and the trailer is Traffic Mark. They continue down the backstretch. Top Knight now by a head with Ocean Roar second, and up on the outside and moving is Majestic Prince. Still looking for room between horses, Arts and Letters. Dyke has now moved into fifth. They're on the turn. Top Knight is the leader. Top Knight is leading by a head, but outside is Majestic Prince. Inside is Arts and Letters and gets through. Arts and Letters now gets to the lead. The leader by a head. Majestic Prince is second on the outside, and Dyke is moving up very quickly. Top Knight has dropped back to fourth. They're moving to the stretch. Majestic Prince on the outside. Arts and Letters is on the inside. Their heads apart. Majestic Prince has the lead by a head now. That's Arts and Letters, and Dyke is moving up very quickly on the outside. They're coming to the finish. Majestic Prince holding that lead. Arts and Letters is driving along the rail, and Dyke is driving on the outside. Majestic Prince is holding on by a head, and he wins it by a head. Arts and Letters is second by a half a length. Dyke is third.
The Kentucky Derby is indisputably the one race above all others for racing people. 2 weeks later in Maryland, the Preakness, next stop in the Triple Crown Roadshow. Again, record crowds and a rerun of the duel with Paul Mellon's Arts and Letters.
They're coming through the stretch. The leader is still Majestic Prince, and Arts and Letters is driving. It's going to be a horse race as Majestic Prince holds on, and Arts and Letters is trying. Arts and Letters on the outside. Majestic Prince on the inside. J. Ray now third. And they're coming to the wire. This is still close. Majestic Prince holding on to that lead, just like the Derby. He wins it by a head. Arts and Letters is second by 3.5 to J. Ray third, followed by Top Knight, Almaty.
Between the Preakness and Belmont, Majestic Prince developed symptoms which led Longden to announce that the colt would not run. As trainer, he was overruled by owner McMahon, and on Belmont Day, the colt was dutifully loaded for his last start, to this moment proudly undefeated. He would lose this day, but in a race so unlike any other performance that to those who knew the big red colt, the race never happened. They would prefer to remember him at his best in the testing drive at Churchill Downs, where he outfought the best of his generation to fulfill the hopes of millions who recognized the true courage of Majestic Prince. The Triple Crown, Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes, run in 3 different states within a period of 5 weeks, is the blue ribbon event of the American turf. By 1973, 25 years had passed since Citation was crowned our 8th Triple Crown winner. Then came Secretariat. By bold ruler from the Prince Quillo mare Something Royal, he had been named Horse of the Year at 2, first colt in history so honored. On Derby Day 1973, Secretariat topped a fine group of colts that included Sham, Our Native, and a to-be-great Forgo.
And they're off for the lead. On the inside, that's Angle Light for the lead. On the outside, Shecky Green. Royal and Regal, then on the rail, it's Restless
Into
Jet.
the first turn, although Sham was in excellent position, Secretariat was last.
They're by the stands for the first time. Shecky Green challenging his Sham, and he's now got a head in front. Now Shecky Green responds to the challenge, and those two are heads apart. Royal and Regal is third and holding on. Goldbag drops back. Secretariat is fourth and moving up on the outside, and is now third and moving at the leaders as they come for the head of the stretch. They're at the head of the stretch, and Sham is the leader. He leads it by a length. Secretariat is in the center of the racetrack and driving. Shecky Green now drops back. Coming on a bit is Forgo, Our Native on the outside. Now and then the stretch, it's Secretariat. Secretariat on the outside to take the lead. Sham holding in second. It's Secretariat moving away. He has it by 2.5.
Running each quarter faster than the one before, Secretariat smashed Northern Dancer's record by 3 lengths, 1:59 2/5. By Preakness time, 2 weeks later, owner Mrs. Penny Tweedy, trainer Lucian Lauren, and jockey Ron Turcotte were celebrities, and Secretariat drew the largest crowd in history to Pimlico, a crowd which would break through and line the inner rail dangerously during the stretch run. In moving across the track, the crowd somehow damaged the electric timing device, and the running time of this Preakness would be forever in doubt. The least bothered was Secretariat, who would soon run one of the most electrifying races in Preakness history.
And they're off for the early lead. That's Deadly Dream. On the outside, Ecolitage. Then it's also Torsion on the outside. They're coming by us. It's Ecolitage getting it, and he's moving away by about 2.5 as they pass the stands. Settling into second, Torsion. Sham has good position, third on the rail. It's another 3 lengths back, Deadly Dream. Then Our Native, and Secretariat is last again as they move into the first turn. They're into the turn. Ecolitage has it by 2 lengths. Torsion second by a length, and then Sham third. Sham under an easy hold right now, but here comes Secretariat. He's moving fast, and he's going to the outside. He's going for the lead, and it's right now he's looking for it. Ronnie Turcotte sends him alongside Ecolitage.
Here we have it. A Colletage is the leader, but Secretariat is right alongside. Then still further back, that is Sham now going to the outside in third. They're on the turn. Here's the race, folks. Secretariat trying to hold it, and Sham is driving to get him. Head of the stretch, Secretariat, 2.5. Sham under a strong left-handed whip, and he's making his run now, but it's still Secretariat holding on. Secretariat by 2 lengths. Sham driving second. There's a strong left-handed whip again by Tinkai. He goes to it time and time again, but Ronnie Turcotte has his whip put away, and Secretariat has him put away. He's beginning to draw away. It is Secretariat. He's coming to the wire. He wins it by 2.5, almost 3. Sham an easy second, our native third. A Colletage fourth. Deadly.
By Belmont time, 3 weeks later, Secretariat fever had become near hysteria in New York. The color and charisma of Majestic Prince, the size and symmetry of Man o' War, an immense chest and tremendous drive all his own, all joined with a perfect temperament to make Secretariat the focus of the racing world.
And they're off. Secretariat away very well, has good position on the rail, and in fact is now going up with the leader. They're on the backstretch. It's almost a match race now. Secretariat's on the inside, by a head. Sham is on the outside. For the turn, it's Secretariat. It looks like he's opening. The lead is increasing. Secretariat is widening now. He is moving like a tremendous machine.
It was a moment in racing history to be savored. What had seemed for a few seconds to be a match race between Secretariat and the now shattered Sham became a rout. The chestnut marched into history in the most emphatic way possible, a winner 31 incredible lengths in front of the next horse, establishing a new American record for the 1.5 miles. Later, Secretariat would defeat older horses in the Marlborough Cup on the main track and in the Man o' War and Canadian Championship on the grass before retiring to stud at his birthplace, Claiborne Farm. And then there was Silky Sullivan. In this 6.5 furlong race at Santa Anita in early 1958, a new term was added to the language, a Silky Sullivan finish. Silky ran his races upside down, taking himself back at the start, in this case as much as 41 lengths behind the leaders, then making a tremendous stretch run.
On the outside, Ravada, Sully's boy, and Silky Sullivan is moving up. Turning for home is Music Man Fox in front by 1 length, then Hook of End is second by length and 1/2. Ravada there to have length. Sully's boy is fourth, and fire alarm. Silky Sullivan on the outside. Silky Sullivan is now fourth. Silky Sullivan is third. Here comes Silky Sullivan on the outside.
Unfortunately, Silky was not a champion. He was an artist's conception of how a thoroughbred should look, a handsome, muscular, bright as a penny magazine illustration. His girth demanded a custom surcingle. At a bit over 16 hands, he weighed but 1,000 pounds early in his career, but consumed 12 to 15 quarts of oats every day and ballooned to 1,200 pounds before the Kentucky Derby. After winning the Santa Anita Derby in a modified version of his come-from-behind sprint, he became the choice of the common man, his name a household word. Trainer Reggie Cornell decked him out in red and green, and with a young Bill Shoemaker perched on his back, he was something to see. His training at Louisville did not go well, and early spectators at Churchill Downs on the first Saturday in May saw an unusual sight. There was Silky Sullivan breezing through the stretch on the morning of the big race. Going to the paddock on Derby Day, Silky captured the imagination and suggested the impossible dream for millions of innocents. Hard-headed professionals knew that Calumet had a colt named Tim Tam in the race. In the 1958 Derby, Silky did only the first part of his act. He lagged behind early. And off track, the humid weather, whatever the reason, he never produced his patented charge, while on the front end, Tim Tam overcame Lincoln Road for another Calumet success. After an equally disappointing Preakness, Silky Sullivan returned to California. He never regained his early 3-year-old form. His size made training and soundness a problem, and he was retired to stud, producing a few sturdy runners, but nothing with his style. So much a part of folklore had he become that many years after retirement, he made guest appearances at Santa Anita, usually on St. Patrick's Day or Derby Day, and seemed as happy to be back as were the appreciative patrons. Indeed, at 20, he seemed remarkably fit and full of himself as he once again pranced on the course where he'd made his reputation. And these many years after 1958, there has never been a thoroughbred like Silky Sullivan, and there has never been a race like this. This has been a look at some of our thoroughbred heroes during the quarter century from Citation to Secretariat. Are present thoroughbreds better than Citation or Secretariat? Our memories say that our heroes did what they had to do, what they were bred to do. They won with style, with courage, with class.